He looks at me and he says, how much am I buying your company for? I said, we have a deal, $325 million. And he looks over at Peter Oppenheimer, who is the CFO of Apple. And he's like, what? I'm spending $325 million for Andy's piece of shit company?
He said that.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, here we go. Is he going to test me as a negotiator, or is he really going to you know? And he said, Peter's like, well, that's what we've negotiated, yeah. And he's like, well, I'm not paying that, Andy. I said, well, that's the deal here. He's like, well, I'm not paying that. Your company's not worth that. I said, well, I think we are. And he's like, no, what can we do? I said, I don't really understand. You're asking me to negotiate against myself? He's like, I'll pay you $275. I said, no, like, we have a deal, man. He's like, we don't have a deal till I say we have a deal. You understand? Mm-hmm. I said, fair, but I think you're retrading. And he's like, retrade is a bad word.
Yeah,
right.
Of course,
like there's other words, in our growing up, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, are you calling me a retrader? I said, with all due respect, I think so, because I came in here thinking we had a deal for, I told my board we have a deal for $325 and I'm going to walk out of here at $275. He's like, how about this? He leans in. He's like, come here. He goes, how about you tell your board back in Boston that, oops, Andy's little ads don't work anymore on Apple phones, and then see how good your business is and how much it's worth.
Jesus, talk about a flex.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my God, imagine that.
Yeah, I was like, $275 sounds pretty good, brother. And he looks at me and goes, can you land this plane? And I was like, aye, Captain. He's like, that makes no sense. That's a boat metaphor. Yeah. I remember him saying that. I was like, all right, $275. I was like, all right. And that was it.